Yeah, I'm loading in right now, actually. Man, I'm logging. I'm getting loaded.
All righty, everyone. Okay, well, if I turn the mic on, that'd be great, wouldn't it? All righty, everyone. How is everyone here tonight? Welcome to tonight's coverage of the SCRL Racing League, Stock Car Racing League. In the booth, Matt, as always, we're going to see 45 laps here around Watkins Glen in the brand new next gen car. And in the booth here tonight with me, he's going to be loading in a moment. AJ not able to make it out, but it's Mr. Mike Robinson. Mike, how you doing, sir?
Dude, I'm doing good. After last night, I'm glad to be back in the booth.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. And I'll tell you what, we're going to get ready to go racing here at Watkins Glen. How interested are you in seeing how these new cars tackle the road course here at Watkins Glen? I think it's going to be a whole new chapter here for the SCRL.
And they are in the next gen cars tonight, right? Oh man, if they're in the next gen cars, man, this fifth gear's really gonna come into play, and definitely gonna make for some good racing. I can't wait to actually see these cars on track starting tomorrow. David.
All right, man. Well, we're getting ready to rock and roll. Sorry about that. I had to correct something, but this is going to be fun, man.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun too, seeing how these new next gen cars handle a road course that isn't Daytona. It's Watkins Glen. It's treacherous. It's fun. It's fast. We're in upstate New York, baby.
Yeah, man. Here we go, upstate New York road course racing, and you know the brakes on these machines are a lot bigger than the old gen car, and I think that's going to make a difference.
Oh, it's going to make a big difference, and it's going to make an even bigger difference having that sequential, because these boys haven't really gotten shifty lately, and we're green.
Alec Gaffin, great restart here. And what
it looks like the 48.
Yeah, he's gonna
go ahead.
Go ahead. He's gonna get a good jump there, man.
It looked like on the start the 48 spun the tires just a little bit, heading down the front stretch, and that's the thing with these cars, man. This having that extra gear.
Big trouble in the S's. Oh man, we're gonna stack them up like dominoes right here in the S's, Mike. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That was man,
not good.
It's a parking lot.
It's a parking lot party. And no cautions as well, which is going to mix the thing up as well. One more look at it. And we got another car around here somewhere. Man, they're all
we got a car up in the bus stop.
Hummer Hag's having problems as they continue. Taking a look back at that incident in the bus stop. Man.
Oh, we got somebody off in the second to last corner and into the sand trap and barrier. That's something that I was kind of expecting with these new cars. Cold tires are not going to be your friend at these road courses. You have to take it easy, and especially with us having that extra gear, you definitely got to watch how many times you downshift, because if you downshift one too many, that back end is going to break loose and you're not going to have any time to catch it, as we saw going through the S's.
Yeah, and we got another one. Sorry to cut in there, but we got another one. Sideways in the S's. The S's seem to be a problem right now for these next gen cars, man.
Oh yeah, it's a new car. You don't have what the Gen 6 car did. You don't have that added downforce and that added insurance. You're gonna have a lot of different a lot of differences with this car versus the Gen 6 on these road courses.
Steven Black, they're leading right now, but it's going to be Crockrell right there in second, man. We got a battle raging for the race lead here.
Oh yeah, we do. Let's actually get up here to the leader.
Now, what I'm seeing here early on, and this is my early lap 3 prediction, right? The road course racing to me has already proven to be better than the old gen car, just in the first 3 laps. You look at them up through the
absolutely.
S's. Yeah, you look at them up through the S's, Mike. They're not getting tight behind one another. They're not getting aero tight. They're able to run the same line up through the S's.
They are, but at the same time, with this car, you're not gonna have the aero tightness. You're gonna be more aero loose.
Yeah. And remember, I think that's dependent on that rear spoiler rear diffuser, not spoiler, excuse me. I got to get all technical now. NASCAR's getting more technical like it's F1.
Hey now. Hey now,
it's a rock star. It's a Gundam.
Besides NASCAR, I watch a lot, and I mean a lot of Formula One. So, this road course racing, this is what I live for, man.
Well, man, I tried to take a drink of the drink I had last night, and because I don't like wasting things, right? And I discovered if you wait like 24 hours, it tastes like pure alcohol.
Oh yeah, it does. Ooh, that alcohol will settle. Now, as I'm looking back at this top 3 right here is definitely going to be close come the end of the race. It's looking like, because we may see a Marcos Ambrose type of finish with Kyle. I don't know if you remember it, but Kyle Busch, Marcos Ambrose, and Brad Keselowski.
Yeah,
back in the day, and their amazing race that they had here at Watkins Glen. Fully expect to see somebody get in the bumper in the final corner.
Yeah, and I expect the same thing, man. There's Sean Britt setting in third. Great run for Sean Britt. Ricardo there, Corin McCrane, Joshua right there also. Great racing, and again, great to have you up in the booth, bud, with me here tonight.
Oh, absolutely! It's fun getting to call these races, and after last night, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So hopefully, get to be back up here a lot more, calling these races, and actually getting to watch a race from a driver's standpoint, and not just actually giving my opinion on track, because God knows. When things go wrong, I don't know if you heard it, but as we heard in the race chat, when things go wrong, people turn into a Kyle Busch really quick.
Oh man, 5 of 445 complete, and we are bouncing around these curves. Look at these cars oscillate. The suspension seemed to be a little bit better over the curves for these guys.
Oh yeah, and I was just noticing that with the front two, with Clifton and the leader here, when they are going through the bus stop. If you watch on this next time by, when they get to the bus stop, they're not just missing it; they're actually driving through.
Yeah.
The curves. They're driving over them,
which is very different from what we have seen.
Absolutely, because in the Gen 6 cars, if you touch that and you wheel hopped, you were going around. It was a given. You were going around, and it seems like this next gen car around Watkins Glen for sure. And I've noticed going into the bus stop are really, really, really stable enough to get to drive through the curbing. As we watch right here, they're taking as much curbing as they can on entry to the bus stop and on the exit.
Here we go. We got more problems. A car in trouble. We'll check on that right quick. and that was Ayden having some sort of issue exiting pit road here. Big issue there.
Was it on pit road or was it on the exit of pit road?
He exited pit road and just lost the car, got in the fence.
Oh, no.
So that car is going to get towed back to pit lane here for now. But it's Stephen Black leading the way in that number 1 machine. Crockrell in second. And we got another problem, and that was Landon. Looks like he went around, tried to get the car straightened up, went off track, and ended up bouncing into the fence there just at the exit of turn number, the final corner there.
Oh, yeah, the final corner. That will catch you out if you're not careful. You can overextend that corner and catch that wall, and it's not forgiving.
Overextend the drive, and the car comes around, snaps around, and that will be it. Like we talked about in today's Daytona 500 for LSRL, these cars have a bad habit. When they come up out of the racetrack, it's like you're on black ass. You can't get the car to get any type of traction whatsoever, or it's like you're trying to come up my driveway. That's could also be comparable.
I mean, you're not wrong. These cars are very finicky when it comes to the I'm sorry, I was hearing the commentary from the drivers, and it sounds like we've got one that's actually about to park it with Landon. I think he's going to be calling it a night. But as you said, yeah, these cars, they are a lot looser than what the Gen 6 car was, and it can be finicky. And I was tuning into the LSR 500, and I was even noticing that even those guys were having a problem with it wanting to get snap loose on them.
But it's Black up front over Crockrell, and we're gonna have a lap car decide I'm gonna get out of the way.
He got out of the way at the probably not the safest part of the track to want to get out of the way. Oh, and we got one spinning in the second to last corner. Let's hope he gets out of the way before the leaders get here. Justin Wilson.
Yeah, that's going to be Wilson. We're taking a look at the replay now. Oh, just some wheel lock up. Left front wheel locks up, and around he goes.
Oh, and he almost spun back in front of the leaders as well. Oh my gosh.
And I have not remembered a Watkins Glen race this action-packed in a while.
I think I can remember one.
Well, yeah, maybe one or two.
There was, I don't know if you remember the one with David Rudiman, when David Rudiman got into the Armco going up into the S's and got upside down.
Yeah, and now, want to talk about cars getting into trouble. How about the car getting in the catch fence tonight at Daytona? Holy cow. Thank goodness.
My God.
Thank goodness for safety in NASCAR.
Absolutely. After I caught the last maybe 25 laps of the race, and when that happened, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Big trouble out of the bus stop.
That's Ricardo destroying the car. This is like a junkyard out here tonight. Are we going to have any cars left by the end?
I have a feeling we're gonna have it, and I'm gonna go full on childhood here for anybody out there watching. I'm thinking we're gonna have a 3-car shootout like we did in Cars.
Yeah, this is like Lightning McQueen out there going for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Cow.
But with the way the Daytona, the Xfinity race tonight ended, I will not lie, that was. Woo! That one made my heart sink when I seen him go backwards. I did not expect these Xfinity cars to get that light going backwards. I thought they had got 98 just spun.
Oh no. We'll take a look around and around he go.
Did he keep it out? Oh, he kept it locked down. He was that's what happened. Oh my gosh, he almost clipped one of the lap cars at the rear, but great wreck avoidance. Great job. But as we saw, I don't know if you saw right there at the end, they had one of the Daytona track workers actually standing by that car's engine by Myatt's engine tonight.
Yeah.
After tonight's race, I think it's really proven how far NASCAR has come since their inception.
Yeah.
On the safety of these cars, as we saw, the big one that actually sparked the biggest changes of them all happened 21 years ago tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah,
and,
I mean, it's unreal. And this goes back to these next gen cars we were watching. They're just so developed. And you see the leader now in black actually clipped Cockrell, man. He is closing that gap down to black little by little. This is basically becoming a 2-horse race as we talk about it.
Oh, absolutely. And I will I'm going to tip a nod to that 14 right here, right now on stream, rocking the Gulf McLaren Arrow paint scheme tonight. I'm not gonna lie, that baby blue and that orange just look beautiful on that car. Oh my gosh, and he's actually closed the gap quite a bit more. It's looking like he's got about 2 car lengths, as we got somebody, and I hate to say it, Sam Hornish right into the attenuators on the entry to pit road.
Oh man, and again, just more and more troubles out there tonight.
Oh yeah, these cars, these cars, you really got to kind of nurse until they come into themselves, because it's with road course racing, and as a resident road course racer, you don't want to race the person around you. You race the track. You let the race come to you. That's the big thing about road course racing that a lot of people don't know. It's you're not wanting to race the guy in front of you. While that's good and all, you want to race the track.
Right.
The smoother you are, the faster you're going to be, the quicker you're going to get up there. And as we see with Clifton Cockrell, he is actually doing exactly what I said he should. Pardon me, what I said he should do. But they do have lap traffic here, so that is slowing Steven down quite a bit. And as we can see, I'm going to give it in a couple of corners. Maybe within the next lap, we are going to see Clifton on the bumper. Oh, he might actually go for the outside pass here. And passing outside at Watkins Glen doesn't always work. Oh. And look at that. Look at that.
Caution.
Oh, and we got a caution.
Yellow is out.
We got an actual caution.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Now, at the time of caution, who was the leader? I think it's going to be black.
Steven. It was Steven.
Even Steven up front. Oh, I mean, it's been crazy, man.
Oh, it absolutely has. As we saw with the 14, and as I was saying, he was going to try an outside pass around turn 1. You do not see that a lot at Watkins Glen, especially in the Cup Series. The outside can be kind of treacherous because you don't really have any kind of grip out there, and you're sliding out into the marbles.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got the run that he did on the exit of turn 1 going into turn 2 is actually quite amazing that he was actually able to make it stick. Had that caution not come out, I guarantee it, by the time he got to the S's, he was going to come out in the lead on the backstretch.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you randomly talk because I got to run right quick. I'll be right back. I got to run over to the next room, if you get my drift. I'll be right back, buddy.
Absolutely. But guys, as we're seeing with these cars, these cars are not the easiest to drive. Some people like driving them. I, for one, can tell you I personally love driving these cars. But the way you have to go about driving it is you have to drive the track. You cannot push this car to its max early on, or you will be around and into the wall. But as we scroll through the field here, our leader is Stephen Black, followed by Clifton Cockrell. Joshua, I'm going to call you Joshua Mack. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. I'd rather call you Joshua Mack instead of butchering it. Then David Houck in 4th place. Tony Patton, looking like he's sitting 14th. Corin McCrane, sitting in 5th place. John Britt sitting in 6th. Nick King in 7th. Ricardo Bernal in 8th, Alec Daffin in 9th, Justin Wilson looking like he's sitting in 13th, Patrick O'Toole sitting in 10th, Palmer Haig, I don't exactly know how to say your last name, so I do apologize if I butcher your name on this stream. He's sitting in 11th.
I'm back.
All righty, and there's Bossman back. So I just ran everybody through the top, I want to say, top 14. And it's looking like we got 3 people out. Oh, it sounded like they were saying there was going to be a mandatory caution around lap 9. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think that might be what it is. I think they're doing a mandatory yellow here at the road course just to kind of stack everybody back up.
Absolutely, and this is something that you don't see on these road courses. You mainly see them go wire to wire with only local yellows, like they throw in Formula One, unless the wreck is bad enough for a safety car. So whatever happened is. They threw the safety car, and it looks like we're going to have a new leader out of the pits in Clifton Cockrell beating out Stephen Black.
And that is huge here. Switching spots here. This is going to be pretty big, I think. I think here going forward.
Absolutely, and I'm going to be pulling for Clifton here. Him putting that 14 out there is
huge. Is huge because, as we saw, he was trying to run him down early in the race, and that caution helped him out quite a bit. As I said last night, races can be won or lost in the pit lane. Oh, and it looks like they had some problems on track, but we will not get into that. Ooh, I wonder what's going on here. Are they allowing the lead lappers to go around and putting the lap? Well, what do you think, man? Who is your pick to end this thing?
My pick to end this one, and because he's driving the number 14, and in my opinion, one of the most famous number 14s to ever come out of the state of Texas is AJ Foyt. So I'm going to give it here to Clifton and showing his love for hometown or home state hero AJ Foyt.
Yeah, I tell you, Clifton strong. I think I'm going to go with Black though, man.
I'm going to go with the number 1 and Stephen Black. It very well could happen, man. And the way that this is coming down to it, this is actually going to shape up to be a really, really, really good race. Alrighty, and it sounded like from race control, they are saying that the caution is going to be extended by 1 lap to give everybody a chance to get caught back up.
Are you surprised that they're extending it? Trying to get everybody caught up, trying to get it all done.
Absolutely not. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, I am a big F1 fan, so this does not surprise me at all. I actually applaud you, race control. You're doing the right thing. I applaud you. And give everybody that chance.
Keep in mind, we're coming up on halfway through this thing already.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing. When we do not have full course yellows, when we do not have any 4-course yellows, these road course races go by fairly quick.
Yeah, they do. And look at that number of cars that's left on track. You made the joke earlier about the Cars movie, but this is a good kind of what's happening here.
And I didn't expect it to actually take place, but geez, man. I've called 3 races already over here, and I've been right about 100% of the time already.
Yeah, you're batting 1,000 over here.
Hey, man. I'm a Boston. Oh my gosh, you actually caught me off guard with that one.
Yeah.
I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, so I got to show out, baby. Got to bat 1,000. All righty, and it looks like the iRacing pace truck is going to pull off here, and we're going to go green.
Here we go.
And
17 on the board.
Oh, man, and look at Clifton's restart. If he's smart, he's going to defend that inside line going into 1 as he does. But looky here, we got... oh, man, is that a lap car that we got battling Steven here? It is. Oh, no, that is a lapper. That is a lead lap car.
That's Joshua.
That is Joshua
giving chase.
From 6th to 3rd on that restart. What a restart from Joshua.
Wow. Just an absolute insanity racing here tonight, man. Getting after it at Watkins Glen, but it's Clifton Cockrell, your pick, still out front and starting to drive away a bit. And I say a bit, not a lot.
Well, if you look at the gap between 1st and 2nd, it's about 3 car lengths, but from 2nd to 3rd, we've got about 6 car lengths. So the front 2 rows actually pulled away within half a lap.
That is unreal. And I mean, these guys up front are getting to it here at Watkins Glen. Again, this is round number 9 of the season. They'll head back down into 1 and 2, and a little tight battle here. Looks 4th, 5th, and 6th. Pretty much right with one another.
Oh, absolutely. And between 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you could throw a blanket on them. So expect to see, as we're coming down to the final laps, expect to see that back half. If they're still within range striking distance of each other, they will be making some moves in the bus stop, because that bus stop will open up a lot of passing opportunities, pending you can make it stick and you leave each other enough room.
But it's Crockwell still leading with Black 2nd, Joshua 3rd, 4th is David Huck right there as well, giving chase. And right now, just 18 complete of this 45 lap affair here at Watkins Glen. What could happen next? We've already seen so much in the first 18 laps.
Oh, absolutely. And with already having a 1 full course caution, I don't know if that was a mandatory caution or not. I am not familiar with what was going on. But that really opened up this race to go from being dominated by Steven to just a solid run for Clifton.
Yeah, Clifton is pulling away. He found that 5th gear, no pun intended, and he is gone. Got in the back straightaway here, coming up to 20 on the board of these scheduled 45. And don't forget, folks, later on tonight, the Sim Racing 500 Classic Series takes on Auto Club Speedway, 11 p.m. Eastern for that one.
Will we see any blowovers tonight?
Yeah, it's a big possibility.
Because these are the 87s we're talking about, right? Or are we talking ARCA cars?
We're talking 87s.
Oh, speaking of 87s, We're about to have a third 87 added to the 87 season lineup with the Buick LeSabre, and let me tell you something, I am ready for that Buick LeSabre, because boy, was that the car to watch when I was a kid, before Buick fully left the sport.
So what you're saying is you're Joan for that 87 Buick.
Oh, absolutely, and I'll tell you right now, if I can do it, there will be a Bobby Allison car painted up fairly soon when that car drops.
Yeah, there we go. Now, my question to you, man, if you're Stephen Black, what do you do to try to close the gap down to Clifton here with just 25 to go? It's going to be very interesting.
It is, and it's looking like he closed the gap on the entrance to the bus stop and right here out of the carousel. So he's closed it down just slightly, but what he needs to do is keep his head down, focus, run the track, and not Clifton. If he's smart, he will just he'll hunker down and he'll race the track. And the more you do that, the faster you're going to go. And the more you're going to catch up to him. But the thing is, he's got to hit those marks just right. He's got to be perfect from here on out.
It's like what is it, the three porridges or something, the old saying. One was just, it's a little too,
Goldilocks, the three bears.
Yeah, the three bears.
This porridge is too hot. This porridge is too cold. This porridge is just right. Absolutely, and that's how he's got to do. That's the mindset that he's got to have right now. He's got to have that mindset to get in there and just close that distance ever so slightly. As you can see, he drives it in so deep going into the bus stop, and that's exactly what you got to do here. As he's got it closed up through the entrance to the bus stop, he closes it in going into the carousel.
Into the carousel, which is used to be very difficult corner, but here the next gen car tends to like it a little better, I think. Let's take a look at some lap times. And we have seen lap times as low as 1:13.848 here in these cars. They are absolutely rocketing.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you get guys with that can wheel these cars. You'll be seeing them drop down. Oh, we got another caution. It's looking like we do have stages here.
Another stage. Yep. So Yellow's out here once again for the second stage of the night.
Good right.
Yes, what a race it has been so far. And I'm going to try to go grab an interview here. An interview here.
You're lucky we're not.
Let's talk to Justin Wilson right quick. Hey, Justin, man, Matt in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
What are you thinking of these next-gen cars at the road course?
Well, I'm actually liking them. The setup's not ideal, but, I mean, that's just a thing we're working with the setups.
Yeah, I think the car is getting better, if you want my honest opinion. It's getting better.
Oh, it is.
It is. It's
we just got to get the setups to get better with it.
Wait till you go back to the plate tracks again, because Daytona was boring for us, right? And then they updated it, and now they've got an awesome drafting package.
Yeah, the drafting pack is better. The handling's a lot better.
All the way around better goodness, right? Get my co-host down here in a moment. But yeah, Justin, wanted to get your thoughts on this as we ride around under yellow once again, buddy. And it's been a fun night so far tonight.
Yeah, it's been another rough one for me again.
Yeah, maybe it'll get better eventually, right?
I mean, you can't help it. People losing in the S's. That's what got me right there.
Now, how is this car through the S's? Does it seem to be a bit more stable than the old car?
It feels light when you're going uphill.
Maybe the diffuser's not getting a lot of air going uphill like
I'm not
that.
really sure. It feels like the car wants to wander on you going up those S's.
Yeah, that sounds to me like the diffuser's just not getting the air that it wants. And again, like you said, that could be a setup issue. Maybe the car's not setup. Maybe the car's not sealed properly to get the air back to the diffuser and all those good things. Well, man, I'm gonna let you go, and hopefully next week goes better for you, Wilson.
Yep, hopefully. Thanks, Matt.
And for man. Well, 23 to go here. We're gonna try to get back with my co-host here. After that, we'll try it here. I'm gonna have to go back in the. There he is. All right, and we're back with our co-host. Just Discord. So 23 to go in this one. And man, what a night. Lights on the pace car, 22 laps to go. We ride around under yellow lights out or lights on the pace car for another time here tonight at the Watkins Glen Raceway. 21 to go this time by. As we get ready here. It's 22 laps to go. Here as they ride around. Man, what an evening here. Watkins Glen Raceway. Clifton Cockrell out front. Joshua and Stephen Black in third. Here as we close to 21 to go here at Watkins Glen. Again, the 87 Sim 500 Classic Series comes your way later on tonight, emanating from Auto Club Speedway. Here in this one, like getting ready to go back out on the pace truck. We'll wait on that one as they get ready to rock and roll here. And I'll be back in the booth in just a moment here. We'll be back for the restart.
And I do apologize about that. We still under caution?
And poor buddy, still under yellow. Man, what a night it has been.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do apologize about that. I had to run and go do dad duties.
Oh, it's all good. The kiddos need a dad. It's all good.
Yeah, especially when you got a 1-year-old, almost 2-year-old.
Hey, we just got to train them to be broadcasters when they get older.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going to train them to be a driver.
Or an astronaut.
There you go.
Do we even use those anymore since we don't have a space program?
I'm going to be honest with you. As a flight junkie, that it makes me sad that we don't have a space program anymore. But we have Elon. That's who we got. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Well, yes, but the fact that, private corporations are, got the future of mankind in their hands, kind of a little scary.
Yeah, it is. It is. But when you got somebody as smart as Elon, man, I'm telling you, I think he can bring our space program back. And I looked, what happened to Steven? He's all the way back in 6th place.
I believe he went ahead and came back down the pit road again.
Oh, wow. Well, this is really going to blow it wide open.
So I've got a headline from 2040 for you. Okay, so it's about 20 years in the future, right? Elon Musk and NASCAR to build super speedway on the moon. Drivers say there might not be much grip.
All the way from the future, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the greatest spectacle not on this earth, the Moon 500.
The Moon Super Speedway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah, here we go. 20 laps to go.
We got the teammates right here with the 21 and the 54. The 54 is looking like he's got a bloody nose, but that is not going to matter because let me tell you, you don't need all that front end stuff for road racing. You'll be fine.
Well, it's a 20 laps to go. They fan out into turn number 1. Cockrell is going to get away. No surprise there. How long does it take Stephen Black to work his way through the pack here?
I don't know. It could take him a lap or two. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it. Oh, well, there he is. He's making moves already.
Oh, one car out of shape through the S's.
The 21.
That's going to be bad. Black made it
Steven makes it through. That would be the 24 and the 81 coming together at the top of the S's. That is unfortunate.
McCrane got loose, much like Wilson did earlier, and put that Flow Racing 81 headlong into the Armco barrier at the top of the S's. Lucky that Black made it through that one unscathed. And
absolutely.
And that's the risk you take back in the pack.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one thing that you just said right there, the Armco barrier. I am not a big proponent on having Armcos around road courses, to be honest with you. And as we saw several years back with the Jeff Gordon incident, down the backstretch, how if you hit that Armco, it flexes and almost essentially throws you back out into the track.
Now, I agree with you there. My other question is, Black has about 12 lap-ish fresher tires. Is that enough to make a difference here with 19 laps to go? Or is Cockrell got enough all-out speed to stay in front of them here? And then keep in mind, Black's still got to make his way through more cars to even get there. And he made a mistake.
Sideways. And that right there is what I'm talking about. If you try to push the car harder than what you should, it will come back to bite you. That's why I say you got to drive the track and not race the cars in front of you.
Let's look at some lap times here right real quick, shall we? Let's take a look at the lap times when they come through this time by. Clifton is going to be in about the 13.9 range here. 13 point, let's look at the line here. 113.652. Doesn't appear the tires are hurting that car too much.
No, not too much. And I'm looking here through his laps. The fastest lap so far of the race is looking like it's going to be Clifton with a 13.5. Now, I do need to go back through here and look through the rest of the field, but it's looking like he's got the fastest lap of the race so far.
And you look back there, Steven with the mistake ran a 113 or 116.6. So that's losing 3 more seconds to the leader. As long as Clifton don't make that mistake, that 14 machine looks like it may go to victory lane here.
Absolutely. And I actually was looking through. Stephen Black has the fastest lap of the race with a 13.5.2 to Clifton's 13.58.
Yeah, and I mean, you just got to watch here with 17 to go. It goes back to what you were talking about. Just keep the car clean. Race yourself. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything nuts. You know, don't. All these things you don't want to do.
Exactly, because you don't realize just how quickly mistakes can happen in road racing. It will happen at literally any minute. As we saw right there, he kind of bobbled ever so slightly on the exit of the S's going here into the backstretch.
Now, Crocker came in third in points tonight. Again, not a winner, so he's not locked in. So this is going to be big for Crocker to go ahead and lock that Chevrolet into the playoffs with a win here tonight with just 17 laps to go, and to do it at the road course, pretty sweet feeling.
Oh, absolutely. And with Watkins Glen, this is actually one of my favorite tracks here in North America for road courses. As we saw last year, the Cup Series went to Road America.
Right.
Road America is a great track, but it doesn't really, in my opinion, fit for the NASCAR circuit. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm all for more road courses, but I just don't think that Road America is it. Like when you got tracks like Watkins Glen you've got the Roval, Sonoma, as I like to call it, Sears Point. That's what it will always be to me, because again, I'm old school. And then what's another really good track that I feel like they could go to?
Let's see. I would say like a street course. That could be fun, but
would love to see a street course.
Well, you bring that up. You want to know the funny part?
What's that?
Round number, I believe, 9 down there. 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, they go to Long Beach on March the 12th. Crockroll, with what he's showing here at Watkins Glen, I think he's going to be a favorite when we go down to the Long Beach and get at her there. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't know, man. That track is extremely tight. Like I said, being a big fan of the road stuff, watching even IMSA run there with the LMP2s and the GT cars that they run there, and even upwards of the Indy cars, passing there is quite difficult. Right. So seeing this car in action at Long Beach, it's going to be like a Monaco Grand Prix. It's going to be, your race is going to be won or lost in the pits.
Yeah, and you look here with two road courses left on the schedule between Long Beach and the Charlotte Roval, the final 2 road courses on the schedule. 2 very technical road courses to end out the season for road courses.
Oh, absolutely, and possibly the most technical one is, as you said, in 2 weeks' time at Long Beach, because going from turn 1 into turn 2, you're going around a fountain, and I guarantee it, these cars will probably be in first gear going through that corner.
Yeah, they will be. And you take a look at it here, Ricardo on the back bumper, David Huck right there for second and third with 13 to go here at Watkins Glen. Again, we leave Watkins Glen for Virginia next week, heading down to Richmond Raceway for the next round here. That'll be next week.
Oh, that's your home track.
Yes, sir. Then we're off to Michigan and then Long Beach. That is going to be huge.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, I love my short track racing. So we're going to someplace smaller than we did last night with Rockingham. So seeing these cars seeing these cars for the first time at Richmond is going to be quite the show. Now, back here in the battle for second place between the teammates, do you think team orders will come into play?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you can do team order wise here at a place like Watkins Glen, unless David just kind of pulls over and lets the teammate go. But I will say Stephen Black is closing the gap on these 2 cars. Now, I don't
He
think.
is. Oh, as the 54 bobbles.
Well, he bobbled big there. Now, I don't think Black's. I'm not in an illusion here. I don't think Black's going to get to the lead. I think he's too far back for that. But he could definitely get back to second.
Oh, absolutely. He could definitely finish on the podium. But as far as getting up to the leader, I think it's out of.
We got trouble. Ricardo. Good job keeping it off that barrier. Oh, good job recovering, at least for Ricardo.
Absolutely. That's heartbreaking for Ricardo, but that's probably going to hurt the 21 there, because he does not have his backup in his teammate. So Steven is going to definitely be trying for a second place here, and he has definitely shown he is faster than these two silver cars of Ricardo and David.
If you're the leader, Clifton Crocker, yes, you've got a good lead, right? You're in good shape, but you can't get too confident and make a mistake here. Very easily. We've done seen in two cars here tonight lose it at the top of the S. It's one mistake, and that lead's gone all for naught.
Absolutely. You like Han Solo says, great kid, don't get cocky. Yes. You know, you don't want to, and with the way that Clifton is driving, he has been extremely smooth, and he's just pulling out even more and more of a lead. I want to say he's got about a good 10-second lead on these other cars. So, and as Steven gets the 21 on the inside, the 21 and him are going to have a drag race going into the second to last corner. We're going to see a dogfight here into this corner. Who's going to outbrake who?
Pretty even into the braking zone, but it's going to go back Steven's way here on the final corner here, back to the front straightaway. And 11 to go. Steven back to second. But
he got that preferred line coming out of that second to last corner. He had that preferred line going into the final corner to pull it off for the inside.
He's 9.9 seconds back. He would have to make up a second a lap to get to your leader. And I just don't see that happening with the pace that Crocker has had.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure when Steven bobbled going into the bus stop, he might have burned up his tires. So his tires are definitely used up, whereas Clifton is just managing his beautifully throughout this race. Oh, as Steven bobbles again.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. Maybe just trying to pressure the issue too much.
It sounded like when I was riding with him on board, it sounded like his car didn't want to shift.
That is interesting. That is very interesting. Did he just miss the shift? Could he not get it to go in gear?
I don't think he was able to get it out of gear and shift into the next gear.
In the go.
Oh, David just took the lead.
What happened? Oh, Clifton on pit road.
Clifton went into the pits.
So fuel might be an issue because he stayed out. Now, this could give the lead over to David, because think about this. Remember, I said there was about a 12-lap gap. There's only 10 to go. If that's the case, David and Steven Black may be battling for a win here.
I don't know if they did. If Steven did what I am thinking he might have done, that second time he pitted, I think he went in and fucking topped, and I do apologize, and actually topped off on his fuel.
I love it. Go for it.
I do apologize. I did not mean to curse there. I am so sorry. I got caught up in the heat of the moment, everybody. I do apologize. But he might have actually topped off his fuel. And
I think we got a new T-shirt incoming. New T-shirt, folks.
Uh-oh.
You might have got a new T-shirt made, sir.
Wow. That's funny. Let's see. Where is our third place car? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this race may be out of reach for Clifton. He is just now coming into the front stretch.
Yeah, if these guys have enough in their tank, it's going to be fuel mileage here. But now Steven putting pressure on David into the bus stop, a very tricky place to pass. Man, you just don't. You can't. They're going to throw it away if they're not careful.
I mean, yeah. Oh, wow. He was, and I'm listening to the scanner here, and it sounded like the 28 was trying to give him enough room to go by, and he just said, "I don't want to wreck us both." So there is a lot of respect here between this 28 and this number 1 car.
Yeah, it's coming to 8 to go here. You wreck you both. Yep. It's going to be a bad points day. Ricardo's back there licking his chops. Like, come on, make some contact. 8 to go here now. Look at that. David's starting to pull back away.
Just slightly, but with the run that Steven just got, he locked up ever so slightly. And look at that. Look at the draft. The draft is coming into play for him, and Steven has a clean car. So here we go. How does he take it into the bus stop?
I understand David don't want to wreck them both, but he can't let Steven go here. He is stronger than Steven in certain portions of the racetrack. Seems to be where the one can make the move is down that back straightaway. And with 8 laps to go, I respect the respect of trying to get out of the way, but you can't do that. You cannot give this lead away right now.
Oh, and as we look, David right here is giving him the inside line, so he's actually going to maybe let him go.
Well, it's going to come back to him on the bottom. What does he do? He's going to drive it in pretty deep. Crossover coming from the 1. That was a mistake. He's going to give that 1 the inside down here.
He's going to drag race him all the way to the line. Oh, and just barely, David led that lap.
Now, does David get a draft here up the S's, much like Steven? Does he have enough in the tank to make the move?
I don't think so. He might, but I don't think I think he's off pace as compared to Steven on this one. And I think they might be running a fixed setup. So it's really all about who drives the setup better.
Right.
And as we watch them going into the braking zones, you see those front brakes just glowing orange hot, bright orange. Even in the day, you're able to see it.
Six to go. What a battle we're going to have here.
Absolutely. But I think with the way Steven's been running, I think Steven's going to start marching away bit by bit.
And Steven close. Oh, man, this is going to be insane. I tell you what, though, David's staying with him right now for the time being.
Absolutely. And it's looking like this is actually really going to be a really good fuel mileage race. As we saw with Clifton coming in, I'm actually kind of bummed that he had to come in.
And they make it 5 more laps. That's going to be the question.
I would kind of hope so.
Oh, no. David loses it out of the bus stop, smack the wall. And that's going to all but hand it to Steven. Now what Steven needs to do, take a look at the numbers. He's 8 and lap 15 of this run. Start clutching that car. You've got a gap. Start minding it now.
Absolutely. I'm kind of curious as to exactly how much he has in the tank.
Well, here's the numbers. Crockrell made it 21 laps. on fuel and for so 21-4. I think he's going to make it. I think this is going to be on the number 16-4. That puts him at 21. I don't know, dude. If I have to go, he's going to be the same number that Crockrell pitted. Crockrell trying to hold on. What happens to if the car runs out coming out of the final corner? Does this next gen car have enough coast in it to coast?
I don't know. That's all dependent on how much momentum he can carry. Because as I'm watching on board with Steven right now, he's actually short shifting.
Well, our resident crew chief, as in my sister, says no, the car will not coast all the way to the start finish line.
Oh, wow.
He is claiming it will wreck. Possible. 5 to go here. This is absolute fuel mileage dandy here at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely. And they're not even getting into fourth gear going down the front stretch. I was just watching. No. David was running third gear all the way until turn 1.
Yeah, I don't even know that he's touching fifth gear right now.
I don't think they're touching fifth gear.
Yes. And that's the unknown. We already got more cars coming to pit road. And my question has to be, can you go to fifth gear and save fuel?
I honestly do not know. I have not ran here on enough for a fuel run, so it's actually it's a gray area for me at this point.
Now, if you're Clifton and these guys run out, you still got to run them down. And if they coast across the line, we're at lap 17 of the run, coming to 18. And actually, David's in worse shape even than our race leader by 1. David not being the
really?
Yes, he's coming to lap 19 of his run. Race leader Black coming to 18. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Ricky Bobby. 3 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. It's going to be 22 for Huck to make the end, 21 for Black to make the end. Crockrell back there praying to the gas gods that they run out.
Let's go on board with Steven, because down the backstretch, I was actually listening to him blip the throttle. He was feathering the throttle all the way down the backstretch. So he might actually be saving fuel here.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. And if he's having to say, boy, oh boy, I don't want to be Huck in this situation. Out of the carousel seems to be pretty slow. I think he's doing everything he can.
I would coast. I would even coast it through the carousel myself, but yeah, it sounds like he's
to go. And to give you a reference, David's actually closing in on him here, so he's definitely not running as hard. Let's look at the last lap time for him. Now, we know he was in the 113s at points. He's a 115.4. I think he's definitely coasting that car. And David right now is in the 116.7s. Clifton down here in the 114s, but he's going to run out of time. He's not going to make the gap up unless they do run out of fuel. With 1 to go at the line, Stephen Black just hoping, praying that car has just enough gasoline in it to make it to the end. Fuel mileage at Watkins Glen here is something to behold. 2 laps to go. Coming this time by, white flag going to be in the air for Stephen Black. David, right now, that's the car I'm watching to run out. He's got to go an extra lap on fuel. to get to the end. 1 lap to go for Stephen Black.
As he sails off into turn 1 for the final time, it really makes you think what is going through his head right now. Does he have enough to get to the line, or did he not save enough?
Well, in theory, if Huck can make it, he should be able to make it. But we all know theories are like planets. There's many of them out there. Into the bus stop for the final time.
And if you watch, he's kind of wheel hopping a little bit going through those corners, but the car is pretty stable doing that. And even with a light fuel load, I'm actually surprised.
That gap stable at 8.6 for Black and David. And it looks like if he can make it through this final corner, he's got it. Even if it runs out now, he's got enough of a lead he can coast. Stephen Black gonna take the checkered here at Watkins Glen. Go to victory lane. David able to make it come home. Checkered out for David. Clifton Cockrell trying to get there to him. Not gonna do it. He'll come up third. What a fuel mileage race at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely. And I didn't expect it to come down to a fuel mileage race, but boy, did it actually make it out to be a good one. But Watkins Glen, as we know, likes to produce some of that kind of racing, because if you remember, as I said earlier in the stream, it took us back to the Marcos Ambrose race. Kyle.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I hit a button. Oh, I hit the wrong button. What a race that was. Let's get back over to Mike. Yeah, I hit the wrong button there, buddy. Sorry. And he's out of fuel. David's out of fuel. He's out.
David is out of fuel?
He's getting pushed back around. So he was within 1 lap of being out of fuel. And that means our winner was roughly within 2 of being out.
Wow.
But I'm going to hop down to the booth, get ready to do interviews. You're welcome to come on down, buddy.
Alrighty, I got to actually find that booth so I can get in there and get in with you. If not, I will jump into a
voice channel and I'll grab it.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so there we go. What was a hectic race here. And it was Stephen Black going to victory lane. All right, Stephen Black, Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
I got you, Matt.
All righty, man. How close was it fuel-wise there at the end?
I probably could have gone one more lap if we needed to, but I didn't want to push it. So, yeah, we were really close on the fuel there, and I was hoping and praying that I did save enough to make it.
Well, you did a great job, my man. You brought it home in victory lane here tonight. How does it feel getting the win here? Emotions probably running high here.
Yeah, I've been really running really well here in FCRL lately. At Pocono, we ran up front a lot, and then got wrecked on a restart, and then Kansas, we took the lead late and just didn't play out like I hoped it would, but really glad to get a win here tonight. I'm not the greatest road course driver, but this one was really fun.
Well, look at it this way. You come in 12th on the bubble line, you're going to leave out here with the win and locked in.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm hoping I make enough races to be able to contend for a championship. There's a great group of guys over here that really enjoyable to run with, and I hope that I get to run with them as much as I can for the rest of the season.
All righty, Steven, man. Again, congratulations. Great run. Congratulations on your first victory of the season, sir.
Yep, thank you.
All righty, there we go. Steven Black getting the win here tonight. Let's get ready to talk to P number 2 on the track here. Out of McCrane Motorsports is going to be David here. Let's get ready to yak with him here for a moment. Hey, David, it's Matt up here in the booth, buddy.
How you doing, Matt?
Well, I noticed you ran out of fuel and had to get pushed around there after the checkers, so you were close.
Yeah, I saved just enough fuel there at the end and tried to nurse her home. I knew Steven had enough gas because he pitted right before we had the one to go.
Right.
And I kind of regretted not doing it too, but I ended up saving enough gas. I just made a mistake. Right when I made that mistake, I had enough fuel to go the distance, and I messed up. It's all right though. Great finish.
Well, yeah, dude, man, you came in 16th in points outside the cut line. This is really going to help you out there.
Yeah, I've missed quite a bit of races. I think I've missed 3 already. This is only my 3rd race. But good point stage points. Hopefully I can get myself into the playoffs here.
And a 4, man. Well, you had to drive the car. You did. Now, I've seen there portions of the race you were trying to let Steven by. You really didn't want to wreck the both of you. Was that going through your mind there?
Yeah, so I was talking to him pretty much throughout the race and race control, and I was telling him I was conserving gas and I knew he pitted. I told him, when you get here, let me know and I'll let you go by. And he peeked underneath me in the bus stop, and I said, okay, here he goes. I braked early and he broke earlier, and we were both kind of like crawled through there, and I'm like, what are you doing? But I got going again, and we had to set it up the next lap. So it was pretty funny. We both were respectful to each other. He knew what I was doing. I knew what he was doing. But once I saved that fuel, man, it was going to be game on, and I just bummed I made that tiny little mistake. These things are so sensitive on those curbs, and just hit the curb a little wrong way and got on the gas a little too early.
There you go. Just a little bit too much. And, man, though, great run, great finish coming home second here tonight, David.
Yeah, thank you, man. Glad to have a new paint scheme with the chill out. Car looks beautiful. I love it.
All righty, man. Well, again, good job. Congratulations, P2 here tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. And I'm going to see if we can find Cliff in here. Him in here. Anywhere, unfortunately. Well, Mike, that one's in the books. We're getting ready to go out to Auto Club, buddy.
Oh man, Auto Club's about to be lit. Auto Club is about to be lit. I think that one's going to be that one's going to be very reminiscent of the old days of 87s. Now, I don't really remember if Auto Club was around back then, but it's going to be a fun one. Absolutely.
All righty, guys. We'll see you back here for next week's race at Richmond International Raceway. Until then, everyone stay safe. Have a great night. We'll see you back here in about 40 minutes. Everyone have a good one. Thank you, man, for coming out, my man.
Absolutely. I'm ready to come back.